What's up guys, I'm Carton and in today's video I wanna show you my 1971 Gibson SG and wanna talk about the restoration project that it was. So before I'm gonna start with the story, I want to thank Dries Pottevan from Solo Dallas Europe. He's a great authority on vintage SGs. He does maintenance on all my vintage Marshalls and also on my, of course, the Solo Dallas SD50 that he built. And of course my rebuild clone that he did, which I really love. So he does all my amps. He made this Schaefer replica here. He of course is the founder of Solo Dallas Europe, does that whole deal with Fabian from Fat Guitars, who is the next person that I would like to thank because he did basically all of the heavy lifting on this restoration. I only did a couple of mods when I got it back, just a few very small minor things that are super easy to do because really he did all the great work. And of course I want to thank Phil Solo Dallas for all of his research on the AC/DC tone. Thanks to him, we have guys like Dries who are building great stuff that is able to give us that tone that we're searching for. So let's get into the guitar. So of course it's a 1971 Gibson SG, but this really was like a restoration project with a lot of work. So the neck and the body, of course, are original. And some of the electronics by now are original, but other than that, there is a lot of new stuff on there. So let me show you a quick video of how the guitar was when I got it. So here it is, guys, my 1971 Gibson SG. As you can see, I've taken out all of the screws for the pick guard. Yeah. I've also taken off the back plate. As you can see, the headstock needs a bit of help. We have some tape around there, but let's start here. So you have the pick guards, which is in pretty poor condition due to these two holes that were made. So as you can see, at some point somebody thought it was a nice idea to install a like a wraparound bridge here. I don't think that they actually used the ABR1 and a stop tail. That would be way too close. So what I think is that somebody installed a wraparound bridge on there and that they probably left like the vibrola plate, just a plate, and then they had a wraparound, and then of course somebody filled the holes in and then was gonna use the ABR1 again. That's what I think went on in here. And then we have the inside. So yeah, you have the three original pots. I think that those are original. I think the switch is original and the output jack. This one is a CTS. You can see it at the color of this little thing here and also the construction. These pots, they say 71 as far as I can see. So we have 137 and then you have the year that they were made and it says 71. We have of course the fun part, the little headstock break here. So that's the main event of this guitar. And if you look, excuse me, there has been some kind of dripping glue residue that has gone on the headstock, so I hope we can redo that. And I was also thinking about replacing the frets. Nice 6100 size fret job, fixing that headstock. Okay, so now that you've seen that, you can see that there has been a lot changed. So let me talk you through all of the changes and all of the restoration work. So of course, Fabian at Fab Guitars, he glued the headstock back to the neck and did a fantastic job of refinishing it and making it seamless and very strong. So the previous guy was so smart to use some super glue in there, but Fabian did an amazing job of restoring it, and you can barely see a crack line when you look very, very, very close. But yeah, guys, you basically can only tell if you look under very heavy lighting into it. And then again, I really wanted a player vintage SG, and this is really a great player. So yeah, he did the headstock gluing. He refinished, of course, the front and the back and a little bit of the neck, of course, where he had to do his work. We put some reissue Grover tuners on there. He put a nice new bone nut on there, which he handmade. Then we have refret, of course, with 6105 frets, which I really dig. Those are not the really fat 6100s, but the nice 6105 frets. And then what else did he do? Well, he gave the body a little bit of a cherry extra coat so that it would look more like Angus's reissues and his number one guitar with the bolts and stuff. Because as you know, 71 SG is what Angus used on all those records that we love, and in the beginning live also. So yeah, as far as the potentiometers go, the volumes are now the original potentiometers, but I've used some push-pull CTS on the tone because I want to have a split on the neck and a series parallel on the bridge. So when I have it pushed in, it's basically stock. Of course, the pickups are Solo 71 pickups, hand-built, of course, by Fabian at Fab Guitars for Solo Dallas. He made this fantastic pickguard because the pickguard that came with it had some holes in there. The ABR bridge is from Faber, which Dries and Fabian believe to be the best replica. It is a nickel bridge, so it is not 100% accurate for a 71, but hey, it's the best sounding reissue bridge. I trust it. It's nice, it stays in tune, it's great. You barely even notice it. It's a reissue Vibrola plate, of course. Fabian also put some angle on here so that it would stay in tune better. But yeah, other than that, you can see that it looks like a fantastic player grade 71 SG. I hope you will be able to see some of this nice checking in the back. And look at the front. That's really a fantastic player grade SG now, and I really love this guitar. So yeah, that's a headstock. As you can see, of course, a little bit darker around this area to kind of make it less visible. So yeah, guys, there you have it, my 1971 Gibson SG. It's a fantastic playing and sounding guitar. You will hear a lot more of it. It means a lot to me, as my first real good guitar was 61 SG, which is there above, and this basically is kind of my dream guitar in terms of Gibson. So I'm really glad to have this, and there is really something magical about these old guitars that the new guitars don't really capture. So this really is a big deal for me. It's player grade, I know that. It's not all original, far from that, but hey, I can break this thing out when I'm going to play live and I will not care that much about it, you know, and that's the biggest part of me. I want to play guitars, want to enjoy them. They must sound great, but hey, they cannot be loom pieces for me. I need to play it. That's another thing, the way that Fabian put this thing together, it really plays amazing, did a great fret job, and the sound of this thing is just amazing. The clarity that it has and the aggressiveness compared to a new SG is really outstanding. Even acoustically you can hear the great sparkle. So you can really hear a nice sparkle and definition to the tone that a lot of newer Gibsons don't have. Also, this guy really isn't neck heavy, as you can see. It really just is a nice guitar that stays nicely balanced, which with newer SGs is not often the case. So yeah guys, there you have it. That's the story of my 1971 SG. You will have heard it a little bit through my great Solo Dallas SD50 amplifier with my Safer replica. If you have any questions about this, please put them in the comments below. If you have a vintage guitar that needs some repair work and you're based in Belgium, I highly suggest Fab Guitars. Fabian, he's a great guy. He also builds his own really cool guitars that you need to check out. He's really a great guy that knows what he's doing, as is reflected in this guitar. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this video, and then I will see you for the next, guys.